Alright, let's tackle chapter problem 5. Two soft drink producers, York Cola and Reno Cola, secretly collude to fix prices. Each firm must decide whether to abide by the agreement or to cheat on it. The payoff matrix is as follows. So the case is actually describing the cartel, right? There are two companies, and for this game, simultaneous action, what strategy will each firm choose and what will be each firm's profit or payoff? Is this game an example of the prisoner's dilemma? Let me copy this by matrix game and explain the answer. See you soon. Alright, let's see for a role player, that is Reno Cola. So if Reno Cola chooses abide by agreement, then it can receive 29 or 26 depending on York Cola, right? If Reno Cola chooses agreement, right, and York Cola also choose agreement, Reno will receive 29. But if opponent York chooses cheat, then its agreement payoff will reduce to 26. So remember, strategy choosing agreement generate 29 or 26 depending on opponents. Ooh, lots of noise. But then if Reno Cola decide to do cheating, then it can receive 30 or 28, again depending on York's reaction, right? Either met by agreement, if the opponent does abide by agreement while Reno is cheating, it can generate high payoff 30. Or again, if it met by cheating, then it's generate 28, right? So now you can compare whether there is dominant strategy or not. And there are only two available strategies for each player, so you just need to compare these two. Then A, abide by agreement generate 29 or 26, and cheating generate 30 or 28. So if you compare these two numbers, while opponents may respond by abiding, cheating generate for Reno greater payoff. Again, even if opponent does other action, 28 is greater than 26. So there is one direction of inequality, which is indicating cheating for Reno generate greatest payoff no matter what opponent does, right? Whether you compare these two, for the case opponent does A, whether you compare these two, for the case when opponent does other strategy, cheating generate always greatest payoff, right? So we can know for Reno, this cheating is dominant strategy. Dominant strategy. So as dominant strategy is the one that generates greatest payoff no matter what opponent does, Reno will do cheating. What about York? Now you can see that for York, the strategy choosing abide by agreement generate 29 or 26, but cheating generate 30 or 28. And if we approach this finding dominant strategy mechanical way, then you can see that you can compare this column and element wise. 30 is greater than 29, 28 is greater than 26. So you know that cheating is a dominant strategy as it generates greatest payoff no matter what opponents Reno does, right? So again, this is also dominant strategy. So each player has dominant strategy, and we can say there is a dominant strategy equilibrium, and as we know, each player will play that. So each player will choose this dominant strategy, right? Then each player will receive 28. So that's the profit for each company. But then the question asks you whether this is an example of prisoner's dilemma, so you can see whether each company could do actually better. So dominant strategy equilibrium generate 28 for each company, and total profit, the sum of the profit here is 28 plus 28, which is 56, right? But then actually, if these two companies stick to abiding by the agreement, then each one receive 29, and the sum is 58 compared to 56. So actually, if each company chooses abide by agreement, not only each of them generate greater payoff, but also generate the total payoff that is greater than the dominant strategy equilibrium. So each company is losing by ending up playing dominant strategy, right? So this is a case of prisoner's dilemma, where each player tried to rationally maximize his own profit and decide to do secure and safe strategy, dominant strategy, that guarantee the greatest payoff no matter what the opponent does. But it is not only hurting each of them, but also it hurt the society, in this case two company society, the joint or total profit. Thanks for watching.